Welcome to the premier heating and air show right here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5, streaming on a variety of wicked awesome platforms across the universe. And it's Tom and Reed, and we got so much to talk about. I'm kind of pumped about today. But welcome back, Tom. Talk to us about your adventures. What were you up to over the past week?
Little South Carolina action, DMAC.
Okay, all right.
Flew 3.5 hours, went over to South Carolina, landed in Charlotte. That's a beautiful city. Wow.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, that is so old. And I was able to take a little bit of a break on Sunday when I got there.
But hold on. Charlotte's in North Carolina, though, right?
Or I'm sorry. Why did I say Charlotte? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We had to go to Charlotte for a meeting, but we went into Charleston.
Charleston, that's in South. Reed, yep. I know I'm showing off with my geography skills right there, pal. And I don't mean to call out my guy,
showing off your geography, yeah.
But I'm a little aware because I've spent time in Greenville, South Carolina. I celebrated my 50th birthday in Greenville, South Carolina a few years ago.
Really?
Yep, my younger son was out there for a baseball tournament at Wofford College, which is a cool place. And Greenville's a really cool little city in South Carolina, relatively close to Clemson, which is in South Carolina, across the state lines from Georgia. So I did like 14 straight days in that South Carolina, Georgia sort of area. I had a great time. Beautiful place. Yeah.
That area is just so much older than what we have out this way.
Well, Tom, I don't know if you've ever seen a Western, but when the Pilgrims came here, they didn't. Plymouth Rock is in. Reed, am I lost here? Are we doing some baby New Year things here with Tom right off the bat?
Yeah.
Let's fill him in. West,
he's from Wyoming, so he should get it. There's still nothing up there.
I can't believe how old things are on the ocean compared to the middle of nowhere.
The history is just.
Wait, hold on. People didn't come to the middle of nowhere first. You realize, Tom, again, and I'll stop ragging on Tom. But you realize what the nickname of Colorado is? The Centennial State. You realize that's because we were founded 100 years after the start of the country. 100 years.
Right. 100.
1876. Not all right. Anyways, so what were you doing in Charlotte?
Oh, we had a few business meetings, and we're looking at doing some expansion out that way.
Okay.
Things are really going well. The heating and air conditioning business is just growing like leaps and bounds. We've got all kinds of great processes and great opportunities for people in this business. So those who do not want to go to college may want to join the HVAC business, because it's definitely a growing business. I mean, Reed and I have taken on a lot of new team members, and we're always looking for more.
I love it. And Reed, of course, Tom, boy, I'm salt on the wounds, but I should have my Arizona State hat on right now. It was a tough day for your Pogues, brother. And hey, listen, I spent the money to send my oldest ASU, so forks up, okay? I mean, if you spend money there, you get to root for that school for the rest of your life.
Yes, you do.
That's where I'm at.
And the Pokes got schooled. Why did they get it handed to them?
But Tom, you could have worse news if you're a college football fan, because you could be sitting there with Reed Borton and the Rams. I think the most humiliating moment, now that I'm piling on here, Reed, for your Rams, was they're talking to Terrell Davis, and you got to help me why somebody who went to Georgia is a Ram ambassador, but okay. So
hey, we're reaching for anything right now.
Yeah, it's like you don't have anybody. You couldn't get Joel Dreesen as your ambassador. It's got to be Terrell Davis. He went to Georgia. So they've got TD on TV, and they're interviewing him about being a Ram ambassador, which is interesting. And as they're talking to him, Texas is scoring another touchdown, literally as they're talking to him. And then the interviewer goes, "But you went to Georgia, right?" I mean, the whole thing was like,
yeah. What's going on here?
I don't know. All right, just your thoughts on losing. I mean, first of all, it's great to go down in history as the school that Arch Manning threw his first touchdown against and ran for his first touchdown again. So you got that going for you, Reed.
Yeah. Remember that on trivia night, you know, 20 years.
That's right. when Arch Manning is going in the Hall of Fame in 2050 or whatever it's going to be. What was the first college that Arch Manning ran for a touchdown and threw for a touchdown against in college?
Well, maybe it'll all work out one day and he'll end up at the Broncos, you know. It'll still be a win for us.
Let's go there, yeah.
If Arch Manning ends up at the Broncos and Bo Nix is a disaster, I'm going to jump off a cliff. I mean, that can't happen. I do not want that to happen. He can go be successful somewhere else. That being said, we're having fun. The temperature, woo, okay, guys. Okay, here we go, right? And we got a cool offer for you right now. First 10 callers to 720-547-8009. First 10 callers get a free furnace tune-up. Okay, wow, furnace tune-ups. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Reed, what's going on?
It's coming up on us quick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, fall's in the air. Football season starting, and you know, now's kind of a good time to get ahead of everything because you know it could change pretty quickly. So you know, we typically do a lot of our furnace tune-ups in September and October because you know by the time November rolls around, I mean it's already snowing and cold. So you know, it may seem like it's a little bit early, but now is the perfect time to kind of start thinking about it.
Okay. And talk to me. Why? Let's just go through it. Why should you get a furnace tune-up? What happens if it hasn't been running? Probably hasn't been running for quite a while. What happens over those months?
Yeah. I mean, there may have been some issues, at the end of the winter and you kind of forgot about it. But it's always good to get your system ready for the season. We'll go through and look at all the different components and everything and just make sure that, because you don't want a little problem to become a big problem later, right?
Right.
So we can address those things. We can kind of tune it up. I mean, over time, these parts, they kind of wear out or they expand, contract, that kind of thing. So it's really like, I look at the efficiency of it, make sure it's like getting an oil change on your car.
Okay.
Make sure everything's running properly. And then, you're all set for the winter. You don't really have to think about it. You're going to maximize your efficiency and stay comfortable.
Okay. What would you say, Tom, about this time of year?
Well, it is. It's the changing in the season. And, we've had some really hot weather and we'll probably still have a few more 80, 85 degree days. But I really think the key, as Reed was speaking to, get in the front of the line, get a hold of Reed and his guys today and reach out and have them come out and just check your system out because you want to be prepared. You don't want to have that first cold, snowy day and Reed and his call log is just completely backed up with those last minuters. Be out on the front side and get things taken care of in advance so that no matter what, you're comfortable heading into the season, because it may be that you just need a little bit of a tune-up on your system, or there may be something that's been going for all last winter that was taking that unit out. So you really need to be prepared.
What a good deal this is. A free furnace tune-up. You get something absolutely for free. 720-547-8009. That's 720-547-8009. You can always reach out to Premier for a free estimate at premieraircolorado.com as well. It's a great website. Reed, I'm not sure who actually does your website, but boy, you guys got it dialed in. It is so easy to navigate and see the deals. Who does that for you guys? How'd you get that done so well?
Yeah, so we I keep that. I let the professionals handle that.
I can see.
I know my way around a little bit, but yeah, we work with a good organization that kind of designed everything. And,
Wow.
our main thought there was to kind of keep it really simple and easy.
Yep.
For people to contact us, to book appointments and do all those things. So yeah, thank you for the compliment there.
Oh, it's great. It's such a piece of cake to move around and to see. And I just check it out. You can see for yourself. That's premieraircolorado.com. Listen, before we just turn on the furnaces and chop down a tree and make some logs and throw it in the fireplace, all that, it still feels like maybe you could get some good deals with the air conditioning, or what should people be aware of, Tom, when it comes to their air conditioning needs right now, when you might not be thinking about AC, as we have some cooler temperatures going on?
Well, it's always best to have yourself as a match system. American Standard not only offers furnaces, but they offer air conditioners as well. And we also have heat pumps. And heat pump is nothing more than an air conditioner that runs backwards in the wintertime. So it actually heats through the compressor and through the electrical service. So we have that as an option, but really having a match system, because then it's run through all of the designations, which we call AHRI. And AHRI is the ones that rate all heating and air conditioning units. So you want to have a system that really goes together and is designed together. And Reed and his guys, they typically sell furnaces in the summertime along with a new air conditioner. Mm-hmm. And they also sell new air conditioners along with a new furnace, because once they're working on it, it just makes all the sense to go ahead, because typically a furnace and an air conditioner are about the same age anyway. So you wouldn't want to put a new furnace on an old air conditioner or vice versa.
Reed, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good time of year to kind of have the system evaluated, tune up. We're also running a promotion where we'll basically, buy back that old system. So we're doing, we'll give you $1,000 to basically trade in your old system. And, one thing to kind of keep in mind, I mean, if your system's over probably about 10 years old, the technology's come a long ways, in the last 10, 15 years. So, you're probably, there's older systems have more issues, they're more likely to break down. And, one thing is to kind of keep your energy bill in mind. I mean, right now people are seeing a lot of those really high energy bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you do have that older system, I mean, you're literally just throwing money out the window, and it's probably not keeping you very comfortable. And those, it's going to break down at some point. So, if it's over 10 years old, it's definitely a good time to look at upgrading, get something that's higher efficient. Like Tom said, I mean, there's a lot of different options out there: heat pumps, high efficient air conditioners, furnaces. So, and with that trade-in credit, I mean, you're able to kind of upgrade, right now while the timing is good.
Well, listen, man, this is another reason why you should just call Premier Heating and Air at 720-547-8009. That's 720-547-8009. And you can always reach out at premieraircolorado.com as we are rolling through the Premier Heating and Air show here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. And I think that this time of year, I don't know why. Hey, I was giving you a hard time, Tom. I feel like I'm baby New Year's. Like, hey, it's dark. What happened? Like, it's like, seriously, it's like the pool's shut down on Labor Day, and then everything is just like, yep, up yours. It's fall. We're done. Which is fine by me, because I'm a big Colorado. I love the winter. And I can't wait to get up in the mountains and go skiing and explore in the fall in Colorado. For those who haven't experienced it, it's absolutely spectacular with what's going on in the mountains. And I love going hiking and camping and all that stuff, Tom. But the sudden shifts in temperature can catch you by surprise, even for somebody like myself who's lived here for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look at the temperature right this morning, and it's 54 degrees.
Crazy, right?
And that's crazy. I mean, who would have thought that it would have changed from what do we have 85 a few days
right?
ago? So
right.
It changes on a dime, and really that speaks to what Reed and his team offer on the heating and air conditioning side of things. The unit they sell on the furnace side is not the traditional unit. I mean, what most people have in their homes now is a unit that either comes on at 100% or it's off, one or the other. The unit that Reed and his team sell is a multi-stage unit. So as we have these changes in temperatures and it's not really cold outside, it'll come on the first stage and it'll satisfy the stat, relatively quickly, but you don't need it at 100%. So it comes on, and just like the unit in your house, it comes on in stages. So you may see yours come on this morning and it'll come on at a lower stage and then satisfy, or if it needs to, can kick into that overdrive, we call it.
Well, I needed everything when I moved into my new home. I mean, literally everything. And I went from the doghouse to the penthouse. I'm watching my language here. So what can I expect, Reed, with a brand new system? And I got the whole shebang. What should I be able to expect this year? Because I went with Premier and went with your recommendations for what you said. No, this is what you need. What can I expect this year?
Yeah, I mean, you've probably already seen a little bit of a difference. I know you haven't been in your house for too long, but you've probably seen a big difference in like your comfort and things like that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And for like most people, I mean, they've typically been in their house for like over a year, let's say. And, you're going to see a big difference. I mean, you could save up to 50% or more on your energy bill. So like, that's one thing to really look at, the efficiency and how much you're spending every month. And then the other really big thing is that comfort. Like I've experienced it in my own house. I've got a house that's, about 10, 12 years old. And, I've got the original equipment in there. We're actually upgrading. I'm going to go with the same system that's in your house, DMAC.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
It's working well.
System.
Yeah. The DMAC system.
And it's, like I've seen it in my utility bill. I mean, it's getting way up there. And like I said, the main thing is the comfort. I mean, a lot of these older systems, they don't keep the house comfortable. And, so that's the biggest thing is upgrading that. And, it's going to improve like across the board. But those are kind of the main two areas.
Well, you can get a free furnace tune-up if you're one of the first 10 callers right now, 720-547-8009. Tom, when we're talking about technology, what are the most significant changes, in your opinion, over the past couple of years when it comes to furnaces and heating a home?
Well, a lot of the changes have come around the technology of being able to reach out to your furnace and your air conditioning system remotely.
There you go.
There is Wi-Fi, which we all understand and how that works inside a home. But what we have is a wireless connection. So, when I was traveling over this last week, I left the house and I forgot to make the adjustment in my thermostat. And I was sitting at the airport and I didn't want to be gone for those few days and have my system running at normal on the normal schedule. So I just ratcheted that temperature to a different temperature and then pressed hold. And then I wasn't wasting energy while I was out of town. Why waste that energy and cool down a house or heat a house up when you're not there? And that's wireless connectivity. And those are some really cool ideas. You wouldn't think that would be something that would be important, but it wasn't important when we didn't have it. Now it is important.
Yeah. How often, Reed, are you just converting everything to a wireless? Is that come standard with basically everything you do when you go into a home now?
Yeah. So we upgrade thermostat, and we use the Nest thermostat and pretty much every system that we do. And that comes with that technology that Tom's kind of talking about. You can access it remotely. It's one of those things, like, especially when you're traveling or you're out and about, you may forget about it, and, but you can just pull up your phone, and, my wife is always texting me, "Hey, it's hot in here. Can you turn it down?" So I'm the temperature control guy,
All right. But she could put it on her phone too, couldn't she?
Yeah.
That sounds like a deeper conversation, Tom.
Yeah, it is.
We don't. Hey, Reed. We have that's your job, and that's your in our family.
Yep.
We're 2 weeks away from our 30th wedding anniversary.
Oh wow!
So I understand that's my job.
Yep.
That's your job. Okay, and you want to talk about issues? If I say, I know that's my job, but it can also be no, that's my job. You're right. There's no other way that could be anything but my job.
Yep.
You're so right. You can't get an app on your. You know what? I'm shutting up now. Right. I'll adjust the heat.
Hey,
but listen,
don't make her get the app, or you'll end up having to cook, and nobody wants that.
Hey, no problem. Look at Tom going into the tropes of just the generic, the woman cooks, the man does. What are you talking about? Guys can cook. I mean, I can't.
Hey, I'm a terrible cook.
Yeah, me too.
I can heat things up. That's it.
You can heat things up. Look at you. We needed a rim shot right there, but I'm bing. I can heat things up.
My wife's an awesome cook.
Yes. So is mine. How's your wife, Tom, with the apps and the Nest and all that, Tom? How's she doing on that?
Don't even go there.
Okay.
That's why at the airport, Tom made the adjustments to the thermostat. Okay.
All right. Hey, just for the record, not only does my wife know how to cook, which she's wonderful, she's got the app. She can do it. She can adjust it. I can do it. We're incredible in the McKee household. We're amazingly lazy. So we have figured out how to master things that make life easier. So there's that.
I need to figure out that part.
Well, hey, just if you need some advice. All right, Tom, how many years for you and your wife?
You know what? Next week, we will be 13 years.
13. You're like a rookie. 13.
I'm trying to catch you, but you're going too fast.
Catch me. You're good luck.
We all got married. We all got married in September. Mine was last weekend. 5 years.
Yep. 5 years? Oh
yeah.
My God. Oh Lord. You're just trying to figure things out about each other. You don't even know. 5 years. My Lord. Reed, what the hell were you doing in your youth? You got a 5-year marriage and a 1-year-old kid. Like, what the hell have you been doing? Tripping the light, fantastic. Building a business. Building a business is what you were doing.
Yeah,
That's
building a business. Exactly.
I was having a good time,
Yeah.
And a lot of golf.
A lot of golf. By the way, I just played for the first time Lone Tree Golf Club right near me.
Yeah.
I know you guys are out there. It was great. Great place. Had a great time there. I can't believe that's a public course. Like that's a South Suburban public course. That is bananas.
And in great shape.
Oh my God. Fast greens. Or we played later in the day and the greens were like kind of quick, but absolutely gorgeous. And can't wait to spend more time over there. And there was a Premier truck, Reed. I swear to God, last night, I should have taken a picture of it. It was like 3 doors down. So there's a neighbor. Well, I'm going to tell you this, brother. You put that bad boy air conditioning system in my, next to my house. I think that's going to get a few, what is that right there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because size matters, guys. When it comes to that.
Bigger is always better.
I tell you, and I'm just looking around. I'm my chest pumped out just a little bit. Like, yeah, that's a cute little system you got. You all right in there?
Well, and you look at the system that your neighbors have. They have in that community. They have exactly what you had.
Yeah.
Think about what you had.
Yeah, that's right.
And
That's
wow,
right.
I mean, what a huge difference, because your unit was the equivalence of a light switch, DMAC. It was either on or it was off.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, and if I remember right, there were some. I think the air conditioner danced a little bit. Maybe
it was ridiculous.
Shimmy and a shake.
You're calling for the video. I've got some technical issues. I can't call up the video right now. I know what you're trying to do.
About it.
I'll get that back at another time. But yeah, when I moved, listen, Reed, you're in a 10-year home, right? I was in a 30-year home. Okay. It was built in 1994. My home that I moved from. I'm now in a 20-year home. So it kind of makes sense that when I got here, I was at the expiration date of whatever system was here. And I do see the systems all over the neighborhood because I'm in a townhome sort of setting. Houses are connected to each other. And, I already have explained I'm the laziest human, so I don't want a yard or any of that sort of stuff. But I'm downsizing. My kids are, out of college. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a different stage of life. And it's interesting when we're talking about these systems, it's so important to emphasize that it might seem like a lot right off the bat, but these systems, technology-wise, the upgrades, they're so good, Reed. They're going to last for 16, 18, 20 years, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're making, that's a long-term investment. And, this is one of the best investments you can make too. Like you said, it's going to last a long time. I mean, you want to be comfortable in your house. You want to have that upgraded technology and efficiency and everything. And, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like my house is a little bit newer, but all my neighbors are 20, 30 years old.
Right.
So, getting that new system put in and just kind of showcase it, because they're also extremely quiet, right? I mean,
that's so quiet.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a big, bad, quiet boy just sitting out there working day and night. So I absolutely love it. Okay. Here's what's important to know. You can get a free furnace tune-up, excuse me, at 720-547-8009. That's 720-547-8009. It is the premier heating and air show powered by our great friends at American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. So call 720-547-8009 and you can find out for yourself as we move from one season to another in our most awesomest state of Colorado. Guys, in terms of college football, we got a minute or so here. Reed, you're playing UNC, okay? And listen, I've got a little history being a Bear dad, as my son played baseball up there at UNC. But you're going to have big problems if you can't beat UNC, brother. I'm just telling you that, okay? You realize that, right?
We're going to win. We're just getting warmed up against Texas, working out all the kinks and everything, So it'll be good.
Working out all the kinks.
Well,
that's one way to put it.
Or they were, I don't know.
and hey, we should all get together, man, up in Fort Collins. We got to meet up. We got to meet up. Are you going to do any tailgating before CSU CU? Reed, you going to set up a tent somewhere in the parking lot, or how do you roll there? Oh, we got Reed froze up. Reed froze. Hopefully the Rams don't. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Reed. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be up for that one, but I'll be up there for homecoming.
You're not going to go to the CU-CSU game? You're that ashamed of your Rams?
It's just too crazy. I'm getting too old for that stuff.
Too funny. Well, that's next week. Why? I don't even know who Wyoming plays, Tom. Who they got? Do you even know?
Idaho's going to Laramie.
Idaho just gave Oregon all they could handle.
But they lost. So we got two losing teams going against each other.
I got it, but I'd be nervous if I was a poke this week after what Idaho did to Oregon.
What's the spread right now, DMAC? Can you tell me?
The spread is you better watch your ass. That's what I'm saying.
They're coming after us.
Little saucy on a Saturday morning. Okay, we got to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for paying attention and watching as you can and listening to the premier heating and air show on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.